Okay, we're back. I don't know why, but my OBS just like completely shut down. Like if I had hit the X out button. And I don't know why I did that because I did not press the X out button. But I've got the stream started again. It's just now a new stream. So everybody will have to migrate over, which is too bad because that really hurts analytics. Like a lot. Some freaking times, man. Some freaking times. Is this?
Survival Hermit says, is this working?
Seems to work. Oy vey. Sorry about that, y'all. Didn't mean to just crash everything and make everything go to crap. Here's hoping that my YouTube doesn't crash again. Because holy freaking balls. Saffron in here. I don't think we need all of this saffron. That'd be a little ridiculous. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. Yeah, it's not going to work now because it's on a 3-minute timer globally and 10 minutes per person. You have to try again in a couple of minutes, Bean. It'll work in just a couple of minutes. I promise. I don't see any morels. My thing here, I could have sworn I brought some morel seeds with me. Must have already planted them. I don't think I did. Oh, I didn't bring any of this stuff with me. That was my friggin' problem. How did none of this stuff get brought? I am so flippin' confused. So I was just using all of his crops, none of mine. Like a gosh darn dum-dum. All right, let's plant him some peppercorns. And then let's plant some morels. Then let's plant more onions. Nice. That'll be enough. Morel is used for the seafood and oil, which is used so that when you're gathering resources, you gather a shitload more resources on the last tick. You open your backpack, press V on your gear, then you'll be able to hide it. Yeah, but why would I want to hide it? I love my mask. I love my mask and my cowboy hat. Some people call me the Flame Cowboy. Hey, what's up, Damien? Yeah, sorry about that. My OBS just completely turned off. Like closed. The whole program just closed for some reason. I don't know if I accidentally pressed the button or what, but I was not thrilled about it. Not thrilled at all.
Damien Darkrose says Hermit says he's the Flame Cowboy. But we all know he's really the Cookie Monster. Such a trash can.
Cookie? I haven't had a cookie in a hot minute. It has been a while. Those gluten-free cookies taste like ass. regular cookies make my stomach hurt. Some people call me Maurice. The impetus of love. My voice went a little weird there. Is that my voice? Is that my voice? You mean tofu? I've actually never had tofu. And I don't know about gluten-free anything tasting like licking an ashtray. Yeah, no, it was super dumb, Billy. Super duper dumb. I don't know if I just hit the screen in the wrong spot or something, maybe. It was probably my fault. It's probably not OBS's fault. I probably was just tabbed out. Um, yeah, I've had miso soup. Not like in a super good, authentic restaurant. Um, I have had miso soup. I've had a lot of different types of food. What is the best way to complete asterism thing? I mean, literally just do anything. Oh, well, maybe I have had tofu before then. Asterism is how you get uh, hang on. Brain's not working because I'm trying to kill enemies. Sort of just short circuited on me. Alright, so asterism is now how you get Starkrum through the Stellar Starway. And you get asterism for basically everything, right? You gather resources. I just got one asterism um, for gathering that resource. Short Beach Party will also help you get your asterism. But if you play even like 2 or 3 hours a day, just going and picking up crates and killing enemies and, completing tasks and stuff like that is going to get you more than enough. Now, also, you'll pick up these asterism crates as you go, and these are worth 500 asterism apiece. I would save them because the Stellar Stairway resets every month. And you can only do so much at a time. So you do your Stellar Stairway for like a week or two, and each of these are like a week long. So it's 1 week, 2 week, 3 week, 4 week, and then it resets, I think, is how it works. And so I'm in the second part of the Stellar Stairway. And so I'm going to get to here, which is 4,400. And then I'm not going to be able to do anymore. So there's no point in me wasting right now my asterism crates because I might just get to that 4,400 before the week is up anyway. So I'm going to hang on to my crates, and then if I don't finish, it also isn't something. So if this week ends and I don't finish this week, then it still carries over to the next week, right? So this unlocks. So next week I could do this week and next week's stuff if I wanted. So the system is basically designed. Yeah, you don't use it. It just accumulates and you get Starcrum from it. You can't actually spend it on anything. It's just there. And you just accumulate it so that you can get your Starcrum every month. And so it's designed so that more casual players have the ability to sort of recoup, right? So if you don't play for a week because you got to go on a business trip or something like that, or because you're going on a vacation and you're not bringing a laptop or something with you, then you can just skip a week. And instead of the old way, where if you skipped, then you just didn't get your Starcrum because you didn't do your purification, now instead, you can just do it next week and you'll be good. So you can do those, but they no longer give you Starcrum. They now give you those asterism crates. So it's just an extra layer of sort of protection. But yeah, you can totally just go beach party and get tons of asterism stuff that way. But seriously, anything that you do, you're going to get asterism. Gather resources, pick stuff out of your own garden. Right? So when you're growing your garden, you're getting asterism. When you're out here gathering stuff, you're getting asterism. When you're killing enemies, you're getting asterism. When you're basically doing anything, you're getting asterism. And it's shared across all of your characters. That's true also. Yeah, back then you needed to go to a new scenario to get a lot of Starcrum. And now there's nothing saying that you can't just keep getting Starcrum in the same scenario forever. Because it's based on just playing and doing stuff, not based on scenario phases and stuff like that. Yeah, so it's a much more forgiving system. And I think ultimately you get less Starcrum this way every month, but I'm still okay with it. Where am I at the map? I want to find this star trace. Right now I am over here. And like this whole area over here is polluted. This is also where I came to get my contaminated... Oh no. Oh no. I didn't realize I spawned the elite. Okay, we're good. Back then, to get Starcrum, you need to do scenario 2. Yeah, so right now, you get... you get 600 Starcrum for each of these regular tiers. And then you get 6k at the end. So you get 600, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, and 6. So you get 6k doing all of this, and then you get a bonus 6k at the end. So you get 12k a week. And then on the very, very last one, you get another 12k, but you only have to do it the one time. So you're getting 12, 24, you get 48k Starcrum every month now. And then instead of running on the cycle of new servers coming out to give you. What the hell? Who that is? Get over here, Fulio. Try to run me over. Come here. No! I have the shitty motorcycle. I don't even think I've upgraded. It's escaping me. Oh, where'd he go? I lost him. I was reading chat and not looking at the screen, and I lost him. Yeah, it does kind of look like the General Lee. So that's the event one that you can just get. If you go to your events and you go to it's not the Visional Wheel. Oh, right, it is the Chrono Vault. So you go to the Chrono Vault and then do you go here? Yeah. Yeah, so it's the Chrono Vault event. Oh, nice. I can buy some of these. Might actually do that. And you've got, need to get one of those nice beds. I go all out on my house builds, but I'm stuck with the flat prison cot. Yeah. Um, so you get a couple of things from this. There's like this outfit, which I purchased. And you'll be doing stuff. You get these chrono badges based on completing these tasks over here. And then when you go into your chrono vault, you got all this stuff to buy here. See, I can build you a nice bed. Hermit can show you what mine looks like. Yeah, if you're on 142, I'm sure somebody'd be happy to share with you. Also, there's a double bed that you can use. It's not a super nice bed. It's just a regular double bed, Billy, that you can buy with 1,000 Starcrum from the Starcrum store, which gives you much, much more. This is not the right base. This is Ski's base. But it helps you heal much faster. So for 1,000 Starcrum, you can get yourself a new bed. This one? It is this one. Oop, sleep in your bed. Uh-huh. Yeah, so if you're on a Manibus server at all, Billy, we're on one of the new Manibus servers that has the accelerated phase timeline. So if you're on one of those new Manibus servers, then when we all end up on the permanent server, then we'll all just be able to play together anyway, because we'll be on permanent servers. But yeah, I would definitely look into getting the one from the Starcrum crates. Let's see. Go away. Nobody cares about you. It's not in there. Yeah, no worries, Billy. No worries. I honestly don't remember where the fuck it is either. Ah, it's the challenge shop. So, let's take it from the top. Yeah, this one is Dratz. He put it in here for me. Hugo, I don't think 142 is closed. If there is anybody who wants to try and get on 142, this right here is my 142 invitation code. JFJ5LU. I've invited 0 of 5 people, it says. So I think 5 of you could still get on this server if you want. But yeah, so we're going to take it from the top here. So press escape, go into your Manibus. You go into scenario challenge, go to challenge shop. And so this is where you spend your Mitsuko's marks. So you can buy all these name tags and stuff with these Mitsuko's marks, which is just something you get for doing different challenges and stuff throughout the season. So all this stuff is available. This is very important to buy. So I'm going to go ahead and buy that. But tons of Mitsuko's mark stuff in here. This is all just random cosmetic stuff that you can get. But then if you come all the way down here to furniture formula, phase 1, this is where you'll be able to buy with some Starcrum. There's like a couch, there's some other stuff, there's this little lamp. None of this stuff is really going to help you in any way. It doesn't do anything for you, it's just there. But for 1,000 Starcrum, you can buy this bed right here. And that will help you out. Yeah, I didn't buy that until like a month ago. Because some of the viewers were finally yelling at me because I was just using that ratty old bed that you normally have. But it increases the speed that you heal and stuff like that when you use the better beds. So, definitely worth. And it only costs 1,000 Sacrum. And then all of your characters get it. So, super nice. That plushie up at the top looks like a sheep, counts as a toy. Yeah, absolutely. I dork out on the building, so to me it's worth it. You want to dork out on some building. There's a viewer who has helped me build some stuff in my Eternal Land. Wrong Eternal Land, whoops. Hang on. We're gonna go have a little fun here real quick. Hey, there it is. Drat's the one. Always helping me, yeah, this is the Eternal Land I need to enter. I planted you some crops today, Drat. Your garden was looking a little sparse. Eternal Land. Eternal Land. Yo, what's up, Gravy? Everybody getting in. Good thing everybody's just now joining, because a couple of minutes ago, everything crashed. Wait, why don't I have vehicle permissions? Did I turn off vehicles? Am I an idiot? I think I might be an idiot. Might be a dum-dum. We kind of just been dinking around, Gravy. Kind of just been dinking around. Oh, no. Apparently, this character can summon vehicles. But for some reason, my other character doesn't have vehicle permissions. That's funny. Um, yeah, so in Eternal Land, vehicles have undergone a number of changes since the game came out, Billy. And back in the day, you used to be able to drive up vertical walls with your Jeep. And so I made a roller coaster that had like loop de loops and all kinds of stuff. And it actually used to hang in the air off of the peak there. And it came all the way down and it came around out over here and did all kinds of cool stuff, loop de loops and wall rides and craziness like that. But they broke the vehicle physics about a month after the game launched, and you weren't able to do that stuff anymore. Well, recently, they've kind of changed some things. The vehicle's physics work in a way now where you can't do loop-de-loops. But you can do corkscrews. And so Drat and I, in an effort to really understand how the corkscrewing and stuff works in this game, have built a couple of corkscrews and this sort of vertical thing, because you can do both vertical and horizontal corkscrews. And yeah, so we got together and built ourselves sort of a little something something here. Now that they've added jumping to the vehicles, actually, cross over here. Whee! Oh, that didn't really work out. Yeah, so it's not nearly as fluid as it used to be way back in the day. I really miss the original physics for vehicles in this game because the way they had the center of gravity was kind of messed up. Um, but yeah, so Eternal Land actually has quite a bit of interesting stuff because you can PvP in here. And so Drat actually built like all of this structure and stuff that you see here, mostly in preparation for being able to PvP in here. And there's tons of stuff built over there. So we've had a couple of really good PvP sessions in here. And it's, you know, it's no loot PvP. You don't drop anything. You don't lose anything.
Damien Darkrose says, Dear Once Human Devs, give us an Eternal Land map that is based on Mario Kart race tracks, including vehicle combat and booster zones, etc.
There you go. But so hopefully in the future, we're going to get some more interesting things for Eternal Land. So that maybe we can, because you can't join groups in Eternal Land right now. There are no enemy spawns or anything like that that you can do. Um, you can't you can't destroy structures here. So what I would really love to do is like have some capture the flag if they would make structures destructible, so that we could have like two teams, and then you build yourself a little base and then play a little capture the flag or something in Eternal Land. Because this can be constantly changing, right? You can destroy and rebuild in here infinitely. Because this is my personal Eternal Land and everybody gets one. And so I mean Eternal Land is such a cool part of this game that I think is really being underutilized. And I really hope to see the devs put a little more work into it and get some cool stuff going. But you can island roam. All you have to do is go up here. So this is your Eternal Land menu here in your exit screen. And then you just go to island roaming and it'll just pick like 10 random islands. And you can just go over there and enter. And you can go wander around and see what they've got. And then people can give thumbs up to your Eternal Lands and stuff like that. But something I would recommend, Billy, is if you're super into building, especially during your season, and this is something I've recommended to a lot of people, is at the very least, I would use your Eternal Land as sort of a history of the builds that you've built in seasonal play. So before the end of each of your seasons, make sure that you copy your base build and make a blueprint of it, and then bring it here into your Eternal Land and go ahead and place it somewhere in your Eternal Land. So you can have like a little neighborhood of all of your different builds. Um, because then you can always go back and visit them. And then instead of, building the same build every time, because you don't want your build to go away, you can save it right here in Eternal Land. And then people can come and visit it and see all the cool stuff you've built in season play. And then you have sort of a record. Imagine an endless horde mode in Eternal Land. You set up your defenses and such, and then you and your group defend your base, or one single tower like Way of Winter from an endless horde of mobs. Start out with normal, but yeah, see, this is exactly what I'm talking about, Damien. That would be so cool if you could have a horde mode in your Eternal Land. Yeah, well, so for some of us nuclear, like me and apparently you, who just have flat platform bases, that's not really something that's going to be useful. But if you're a builder, if you like to build for aesthetics, then Eternal Land can absolutely serve as sort of a record of your builds. All the Eternal Lands are the same, right? You always have this is the map for Eternal Land. It's actually really huge. So you've got your little Heart Lake here. You've got some outlying little islands and stuff, and then you've got your main areas here. But you can make new teleport points. You can fish here in Eternal Land. You can grow crops here in Eternal Land. And the way you build is you use a resource called Astral Sand, or not. I think maybe it's called Astral Sand. Yeah, Astral Sand, and you get that by selling things to Eternal Land. So you press. Nope, that's the manage screen. You press F8, and you go to the Eternal Land shop, and you can sell any of the resources that you've picked up in seasonal play. So all of your resources after your season come to your space time backpack. And so I've just got thousands and thousands of resources in here that I don't really need, right? I'm not going to need all of this oil because I can't really take it into the next season with me. So I just sell it for this astral sand, and then you get millions of astral sand, and you literally just build forever. And the structures that you build here, they break down for the same amount of astral sand that you make them for. So it doesn't matter if you make a mistake or anything like that. As soon as you destroy a structure, you get that amount of astral sand back. So you can just build forever. And you can just do whatever you want and create and destroy and create some more and all kinds of stuff. So it's a really, really fun resource. And I'm really looking forward to some additional stuff coming to Eternal Land in the future. Maybe some new island layouts, right? Maybe I can have something different. It's not just that same old island. That'd be a cool cosmetic thing that they could sell. Maybe some better PvP modes and some stuff like that. There's just all sorts of options that I'm really looking forward to. A lot of people don't really use their Eternal Lands at all, though. And of course, I mean, I haven't been to my Eternal Land to really do anything in a while. It makes me want to sell my company and stream for a living just so I have an excuse to play every day. That's a great idea, Damien. Theory crafting builds for sure. It's so much cheaper to make weapons and stuff there. Oh, house builds. Oh, okay. I mean, that's fun too. Heck yeah. Also cheaper to make builds there. Sure. Yeah, I played this game. I had been thinking about streaming for a really long time, Billy. And I played this game for about 2 weeks. And then after 2 weeks of playing this game, I was like, okay, I have to stream this game. It's too much fun. And then we streamed for a good 3 months on this game before I had just been playing too much and I got burnt out. And so for about 4 months or so, I played some other games. And now we've gotten some really, really good updates that I was just too excited about. So now we're back. We've been back for about a month now. Running a new build. It's awesome. She made the ship from Pirates of the Caribbean. I have a sunken ship on one of my Eternal Lands under the water. Old Maid Shoe House, Toadstool House. Oh my god, that's cool. Using the Cam Abyss Glance. No kidding. I don't see a lot of builds for the Cam Abyss anymore, Nuclear. How's it working for you? I wish that I had the ability to really make stuff like that, Damien. I do not. If I tried to make the USS Enterprise, it would end up looking like duty. I am all about function, not form. Don't have an artistic eye. Raid in Nightmares. Oh, hey, that's what you need it for, right? So, let's get some piggies. Hi, piggy! Very, very overpowered support player style gun. Okay. Support player style. Hitting enemies 14 times triggers Frost Vortex. Weak spot hits counts as 2. Closer to the center of the Frost Vortex, the higher the Frost Vortex damage, up to 250%. Frost Vortex damage plus. Anyone wants to see what the USS Enterprise looks like in Once Human, check out her video. Yeah, it's not going to let you post links, Damien. Sorry. You should be able to post it in the Discord if you want to put it in the Discord. Oh, okay. Cool, cool. Use the test chest plate and stun lock enemies. Loki, I feel bad killing baby deer in this game. You know, I've never had that problem, Nuclear. They're adorable. But their adorableness makes me want to shoot them in the face. And let your teammates damage them, or you can damage them. True, it's not bad damage. Okay. That is something that I'm glad to hear, though, Nuclear, is that the content is difficult enough that people are starting to consider support style play. Uh, yeah, sorry, just for safety's sake, I'm trying to keep anybody from being able to put links and stuff in the chat for now. I will probably try and find a way to give people who have been viewers for a really long time the ability to do that stuff in the future. but I'm not terribly good at working with the permissions and stuff in there. Yeah, that's great, Nuclear. I'm really glad that you need support players. That will make the end game content drastically more interesting. .540 Alpha, we had 2 people run full crowd control support, so the main 2 people can use Primal Rage without dying. There you go. Whoops. L.M. Smith. There you go. That's a good way to get around that. Yes. Yes, I am. Poo-poo on you, Drat. Poo-poo on you. You freaking happy now? Oh, you know what? I've got one of these. Do I have enough Starkroom yet? I don't have enough Starkroom yet. I would be happier if you could play right now too, Drat. Ooh, I've completed some journeys. My goodness, I completed so many of those. Upgrade any weapon. Complete a calibration for any armor. Can we calibrate some of our armor? Nope, don't have enough Stardust Source. I need to farm some Source. Hmm. I feel like a monster. Nobody's doing Prime Wars right now. Do we have any high risk events going on? All right, let's tell everybody else about the Chiron. Get some friends here. Okay, I definitely hit that thing in the head. What is happening? Please just die. Get him. What is this saying? To activate chat, please enable chat here? Why is my chat disabled? What is going on in my life? Okay, somebody say something in the chat real quick. Oh. Fuck you, Damien. Oh, that's funny. Okay, it's working. It's working. So I just found out that I can hit these guys in their heads for their weak spot, and it'll explode even though they're immune and do damage to their... Okay, well that thing is toast. I was thinking that way, but you maybe if your brother becomes my sugar daddy, I can just hermit along with you. Oh, this one's done. Gotta go do the last one now. If only my hermetic lifestyle was by choice. Someone survive my headshot and explosion. That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right. Boom shakalaka. All right. Gotta open up our Stardust Advent chest. Then we get to pick a keyword. Go with the Fortress Warfare. What do we get here? Well, in Fortress Warfare state weapon damage. Ooh, 12. Fortress Warfare state weapon damage. But then max HP. So max HP and head damage reduction aren't bad. If I had those two on top of another damage, then I would use this for PvP. But because it's got kind of a mismatch of PvP and PvE mods, I'm a little sad. And I'm not going to be able to use it. Surge of Fish, Ancient One's Trial. Oh, what's up, Delex? How are you on this fine day? Baby goat? Mortal baby goat. Yo, this is bullshit. Why is the baby goat immortal? What is happening in my life? Goodness gracious. Who's this? It's Grizza. Is that you, Nuclear? Is that one of your characters? Who be Grizza? My day is freaking awesome, Dullex. How was your day? I wonder who this Skrizza person is. Let's go follow them around. Where are you going, Skrizza? I'm coming with you. This your base, maybe? Nope. Fine Uwu's territory. Not Skrizza. Haha, I dodge. I wonder who Skrizza is. What an interesting interaction. Doing well, that's good. I'm glad, Dullex. Ash. Did I run over Skrillex? I didn't even realize that I ran them over. Sometimes strange things happen on my screen that I'm not looking at because I'll shift my eyes, and so I'm only kind of barely cognizant of what's happening on my screen to look at the chat and make sure I'm not missing anything. And I'm sure it ends up with some really funny shit for y'all. I'm honestly only looking at my screen that I'm playing on for about 65% of the time that I'm playing. The rest of the time I'm looking at the chat to make sure I don't miss anything. It's a really weird way to play video games. I don't actually know what bro he's house so good means, Gillex or Dullex. Do you mean this house looks so good? Because it does kind of look cool. All right. Back to base we go. I have more stellar. Ooh, so close. I need 200 more. I think. Oh no, I need 2,200 more. Oh, you know what? Probably don't need to open all of them. Go. Accidentally fish-tailed into another person at a teleport. Sent them sprawling off their bike. In my defense, Render was catching up. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Still need 1,000 more. There we go. So they have these new things for those of y'all who don't know that you buy in the scenario challenge at the challenge shop. It's on this. Yeah, here it is. It's on this other option, and it's this thing here called a wish stone. Nice. Good job, Billy. That's what I'm talking about. That's how you get it done right there. But so you buy this wish stone, and now when you go to the wish machine and you do the regular event, you can add a wish here, and then you can like choose a weapon that you want as your primary reward. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and get the Predator. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the Predator. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and get the Predator. And now you'll see the Predator here is my reward. Ran into a group of 4 people on a motorcycle at the PvP event truck thing. Hey, that's what they get for being in PvP is all I'm saying. That's not an accident, Damien. That's a fucking strategy. Whack-a-mole. Nice. Will I be able to get this up twice? Oh yeah, tier 3 on the Pred. And I got 2 collection levels for it. So many things to go through and optimize and change and add and do and stuff on these things anymore. They're mostly cosmetic. Oh, dang. Good for you. I don't have any 6-star legendaries. I've got some 6-star purples, but I don't have any 6-star legendaries. Or I guess 5-star purples, not 6. Actually, I got a lot of 5-star purples. But most of my legendaries are only 3 stars. Oh wow, my Boom Boom is 4. Holy cow. Maybe I should be playing the boom boom. Maybe I should be playing the boom boom. Who knows? All right. I'm going to leave y'all here with some wonderful rain sounds for a moment. I am going to go use the restroom and get some food. I'm a little hungry. And then we'll get back to it. So just give me a couple minutes here. I'll be right back.
Drat underscore says where has my hermit gone? Where can he be?
How much is that hermit in the window? Sorry, I had to go through um had to go through the effort of like straining out the beans and putting them in a Tupperware and all that other stuff. You know, gotta keep things organized and clean at home. At least ish. Just got done with the guild activity. Hey, nice. How'd it go, Blighted? Make some silver. You have a good time. You playing Albion online, Damien? Yeah, have fun, Ski. Don't forget to take your trash bag. Be leaving your dog poop out in the public. Profit is profit. What I'm talking about. Good job. All right. Belly is full. Water bottle is full. It is nighttime. So let's drink a beer. And head towards Blackfell. See what's the happy haps over here. Wahoo! Yeah, 3 new crystal weapons, right? Which weapon class were the crystal weapons four-bladed? I found a butt face. Life is going poorly. Run away! Hmm. No! I mean, why not, right? Oh. Oh, it's one of the butt faces. Right there in front of me. How quaint. Fire healing and nature. Who cares about staff players? It's all about the tanks. Yeah, I just wanted to roll through there and see if there was one of these butt faces. And if there wasn't, then fight everything. But then there ended up being a butt face. And now I am terra sad. There's somebody in my neighborhood like banging pots and pans together or something. Outside, pissing me off. So loud. No. You don't get to touch me. Ever. Okay, here's hoping that it doesn't chase me all the freaking way over there again. There's a Prime War? We might just go ahead and go to the Prime War. I'm getting it on over here. Let's just go to that. Because I'm over here getting dumpstered. All right. I'm gonna have to start bringing a couple of biomass missiles with me. I mean, I could do that, Dullex. But then I wouldn't be using my sniper rifle. And what's the fun in not using my sniper rifle? Aw, I only got 2 tiers. Sad day. Alack and alas. There you go. We'll switch to the Predator. And we'll see if there's going to be another one. And then we'll just Predator it up. My lunacy has been cured. I would feel offended if I didn't also agree with you, Drat. It is absolutely true that somebody probably institutionalized me. Calibrations. I haven't even calibrated this. I haven't even given this one a new calibration blueprint. When reloading, load extra ammo equal to 50% of the shots fired within 20 seconds from the last magazine. The extra ammo gains attack plus 10%. Extra ammo cannot exceed 100% of magazine capacity. Weak spot, weak spot. See, if this wasn't weak spot, I might actually go ahead and use this one. If this was crit damage, double crit damage, I feel like that would be super fun. Also, I apparently have a ton of weapons chilling in my inventory. Back to work? No! Don't do it, Drat. Don't do it. It's not worth it. I might go ahead and put this one in there, even though it's not really what I want. Just because it's something, you know? Have fun at work, Drat. Okay, I love you. Bye bye. Definitely don't need any of these dropped gears. No, there's no more Prime Wars. What am I supposed to do with my life? Oh. What it might be time for, maybe it's time for a little PvP action. Yeah, I think we go ahead and we relog in here. And then we go get on our PvP character. Wow, I'm still only level 43 on my PvP character. I have not been paying very close attention to this character. But we still definitely have the ability to one-shot some fools. So we're definitely going to do that. Get some fruit teas, get some roasted meats. Take a tea. Take a featherweight. Use up whatever these are. It's the final countdown. And let's see what's going on over here. Somebody exploded their way into my house. I bet you I lost all of my resources. Ruh-roh. I guess that's what I get for leaving my freaking base out here for a couple of days and... Oh no. Oh, when I go into build mode, it just shows me. Well, let's go over here. Go to details, go to repair all. I need some bricks, some wood, some steel, some bronze, and some parts. Okay, I need a bunch of things to repair my base. Somebody really did a number on my base and made me lose all my stuff. What a huge dick. Also, what am I carrying around that weighs so much? For what things to do for beginners? I mean, it's just about playing the game, man. Not sure I know what you mean. So some of, actually, I do think I know. So some of the most important things, Dullex, if you're just getting started, is Um, you've got animals that you're going to want to tame because you're going to want to be able to access their hides anytime you want. You've got deviations to go look for. So you want to get like a 5/5 deviation at least of your favorite combat deviation, probably the lone wolf. So farming that is important. Um, you've got mods to get. So doing the highest tier of silos, boss fights, prime wars, stuff like that is all important. This game is very much a collection game. So, you want to collect your deviations, you want to collect your mods, you want to collect your blueprints, you want to collect all of that stuff. So just think of anything that the game allows you to collect and then break a little time off and go do a little bit of each thing every day. It won't be too long until you're right as rain. Be doo be doo be doo be. Oh, there is a nightmare mode here. That's cool. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's just all about collection. Everything in this game is a collectible. There's also seeds for crops. So you're going to want to go around and find somewhere where you can pick a bunch of crops for the different types of crops. Like down here, you can get a lot of scarlet calamus. Right over here, you can get a lot of cone flowers. Um, let's see. I think it's right here at this one. There's a cave. You can go in and get a bunch of mushrooms. Pretty sure it's this one. Right back up here by Deadsville, there's a bunch of corn here. You can get your corn started. Um, but yeah, I would get 36 of every kind of seed. Because if you have 36 of every kind of seed, then you can do like one full plot of whatever crop you want. And yeah, some of them you can't get in the wild. Some of them you have to get, like you can buy peppercorns and morel seeds from some of the sellers at some of the cities. And so you can only buy like 3 a week or something like that from them. But if you use the fertilizer from the Scarlet Calamus, then you can make fertilizer that gives you an increased seed yield. And so then you use that fertilizer on those more difficult to get seeds like aloe vera and cucumbers and tomatoes and peppercorns and morels and stuff like that that you can't really go out and find in the wild really easy. And then you just use calamus to get extra seeds. So you always get one seed back, and then if you use calamus, then you get two. And so you'll just be doubling how many you have. So it doesn't take very many cycles to get all the seeds you need. But yeah, seeds are definitely an important one. But I guess sidetracked talking, paying attention to what I could be doing. I kind of want to go down here and just for a couple of minutes, because we're doing. I feel like this is a really good thing to do in between some of the events popping off. If I can pay attention to how long I'm in here for, then I could do the events in here. Oh, I don't have any fuel. Gross. But I could do some farming of mods in the silo because it looks like we must be. Promo dungeons are available. Hard modes are available. So this doesn't say anything about the silos, but the silos must all be good to go. Goodness gracious. I'm gonna have to get some more freaking gasoline. 2 more hours before I get to leave work. Probably about 4 more hours before I'm on the game. Oh. Let's see, in 4 more hours, I will be farming mods. Because that's all I do. If I'm not streaming, I farm mods while I watch TV. It looks like some people on my server are using the trick where apparently Gatling cannons can shoot through the the glass walls. It's like some people are doing that, which is bullshit. I tell you, bullshit. Why do I not? I mean, I do loot cars for gas sometimes. I don't do it every time I see a car, but I try to remember. Oh, no, we're not to Nightmare yet. Bummer. Bummer, bummer, bummer. But yeah, it's mostly because I suck. That's why. Not on this server right now. This is my P-Clash server, nuclear. don't even know if they're going to get Nightmare. It shows that Nightmare is an option, but at no point does the P Clash like tell you anything about silos in here. For some reason, it's just completely absent. It tells you get um, the Dungeon Pro mode right here, but it's not saying anything about. So let's see, we got 18 hours. So tomorrow it'll probably be here. I thought we were in phase 3 already, but it doesn't look like we are. Shouldn't be too much longer. Eight more minutes. Yeah, it's a little obnoxious to do, Damien. I understand why. It's difficult to get through that part of the game sometimes. If you've already beaten the story, though, it should be pretty quick just to beat a couple of zones, get a couple of rifts. Honestly, you don't even have to beat the zones. Just go unlock the rifts and kill the boss. And you should be pretty good. Didn't take too terribly long. When is it? Dark side? Okay. It's pretty early to be heading over that way, but let's see if maybe I can catch somebody trying to prep or something like that beforehand. Oh, I absolutely agree, Damien. I clear all of the areas on my Manibuses as well. I haven't cleared all of the areas here on this P-Clash server, because it's less interesting to me than PvPing on this server. But I definitely do it every time on Manibus. And I did it on my Way of Winter. I need to consider maybe starting a Way of Winter server, because I need to get some more tar puddings. Or maybe, honestly, I could probably just buy some tar puddings. Dang. That's pretty good, Damien. Good for you. I mean, it means you got a lot of freaking fragments. Pull up those freaking blueprints. And that makes you stronger. We can rebuild him. We can make him better, faster, stronger. Even find all the hidden chests with the blinky backpack and do all the signboards. Ooh, yeah, no, fuck that. I haven't even done that once, much less every time. I think not. But you unlock all the weapons? Yeah. Yeah, I don't. I mean, I've got enough weapon attachments. I'm doing okay. Trying to put in your invite code for the server, but I think I need to know what server you're on. Yeah, you do need to know what server I'm on. So I'm on 142. NAPVE X0142 or something like that. And then it'll ask you for the invite code. That server has only been going on for like 10 days, maybe 12 days. So you should still be able to get on there. After 14 days, you can't join even with the invite code anymore. But I think we're still under that time. What does the fox say? Y'all's fault that I always have that stupid song stuck in my head. I am invisible. Oh, invisible. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum. Ba-do, 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 ba-do. Bow. Ba-do, 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 ba-do. Bow. Ba-do, ba-do. Ba-da, 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 ba-da. The nightmare version. There's a nightmare version of What Does the Fox Say? Oh, got it. Was it called like For Elise or something like that? I don't actually even know what that song is called. I have never learned to play it on any instrument. I just know the tune because every person who's ever played the piano did that 1,000 times around every person they've ever known. A nightmare version for the For Elise, Moonlight Sonata, and a few others. Interesting. Yeah, have a good night, Dullex. Thanks for stopping by saying what's up. I hope you sleep well and dream of large women. Oop, there's an ally. Got your back, dude. Just hang out there where people will shoot at you instead of me. See if we can't get some snip snipes here. Snippity snipity. I feel like a monster. Dark side has begun. Oh no, dark side is over. Was I standing too far away and I just missed the entire event? I was definitely standing too far away and missed the entire event. Although it looks like we were uncontested, so... Well, shite. Hey, at least my side's still winning, although not by nearly as much as we used to be. Have you been able to get it to work, Billy? You able to get in? Why are you cheering for the other team, dude? I thought we were friends, Damien. We're over here cheering for the enemies. What an asshole. I think I should probably go teleport my base back to the safe zone, since I'm not really using it. And I'm going through the intro stuff now. Nice. Perfect. Super glad it worked. I don't think Drat is in a place where he can be online right now, but we do have a hive set up, and most of the people in the hive, excluding me, typically play in the afternoon. Because most people who watch my stream actually watch while they're at work, and then they come home and play. So most of the fellas will be on. It's Drat, Damien, Skoski, me, right, like Damien and Drat, and apparently Billy. But yeah, so most of the folks just watch the stream while they're at work, and then play when they get home. So you should have quite a few people around who you can play with during the time that you would normally get to play. I don't typically play in the evenings because I spend, 6 to 8 hours every day playing on stream. So you'll probably find it hard to catch me online when you're online. But the others are usually around. I try not to play more than what I do on stream, though, because there is a limit to how much stuff there is to do in this game, especially interesting stuff that might actually make for a decent stream. So I tend to not really play when I'm not streaming. Because I'm a bad friend. All right. we've got our base kind of back in a safe zone here now. I can go out and maybe rustle up some resources. Need some rusted parts here. There might not be a cheat code on the PvP server. Yeah, there is no code on the PvP server, Skoski. 63. So what might happen is, so it says to me the server is not full yet, but what it might actually mean um, is that even too many people have joined with the invitation code, and so there's just straight up no more room on the server anymore. Because not, even though it says you can invite up to 5 people, it's up to 5 people, and there's a limit that's actually smaller than, everybody on the server getting to invite 5 people. So if all of those invites have already gone out, it might not be possible anymore. Had no issue and didn't need a code. Oh, you were able to get on 142 without a code? That's cool. .142 is the PvE server we're on. Yeah, you're on that one. Yo, congratulations, Nuclear. Good for you. I'm pretty sure there's going to be an NDA involved with that, so just be careful. But if you don't mind, any information that they will be willing to let you all put out, or anything that they will be willing to let you all talk about, let me know, either through the Discord or, come into the chat and drop some knowledge on us. But, make sure you abide by the NDA and stuff. Yeah, that's too bad. I'm sure they'll lift it at some point before the scenario actually launches. They'll probably lift the NDA, but it probably won't be for a while. I don't imagine we're getting the new PvP scenario until later on in the year, maybe September, August timeframe would be my guess. But that's awesome. Good for you. I absolutely would have signed up if it wasn't going to be under NDA. Just streamed it. I have no resources. And I am so sad. Yeah, I mean, it would have been sad. But disappointed? I also might have signed up if I thought that anybody would actually listen to my opinions, but I don't think that most people agree with my opinions on PvP. I have never, really ever, had a conversation about PvP systems where I thought that I wasn't just totally on my own side. Despite the fact that I'm pretty sure that I'm the only one who knows what they're talking about. Red Solo Cup, I fill you up. Let's have a party. Let's have a party. Red Solo Cup, I lift you up. We're going to be hitting our 30-minute warning on resetting our scenario or our GeForce Now session here pretty soon. Whenever we get 19 more minutes, yeah, so we'll do that Operation Chiron, and then we'll reset our GeForce Now session, and then we'll do a couple more PvP things, and then we'll probably call it for the day. About an hour and a half. You are one ugly motherfucker. Ah. Why is everybody always sneaking up on me? Stop. Yeah, those 40k hits. What's up? Crushing it. Tink, tink. Oh my god, there's so many. Okay. That is enough of that. What I actually wanted to do was come over here and get resources. Crazy, angry lunar things come ruin my day. Crazy how much of a problem a horde of weak enemies can still be in this game. If the wrong weapon. Killing enemies that only need to take, 2,000 damage with a weapon that does 10,000 damage but attacks super, super slow. Very inefficient. Is not working out. Get off me. Gotta admit, I wish there was a way for a bullet shot from a sniper rifle to pierce the enemy. And do like its remaining damage or something like that to the enemy behind it. That's a level 5 right there. I don't even think I can kill this one. That's insane how much hit points that has. Yeah. Should probably heal all the way before I engage here. I still can't believe how many shots that thing can take. We got him. I love the Black Panther. It hits so freaking hard. Nothing feels better than a really big weak spot hit. Just nothing feels better. Really? I call bullshit. I dodged that. And then, like, while he was swinging, he turned and lunged and all kinds of bullshit. That's just booty cheeks right there, man. Freaking shenanigans. Someone say shenanigan. Parva, what's that restaurant you really like? You know, the one with all the shit on the walls? Oh, you mean Shenanigans? I don't want a large farva. I want a liter of cola. Hey, you. Bear fucker. Why is that so funny? Wait for me. Away from me. Little fireballs. You know, I've actually only seen it once, and it's not really my style of comedy. I didn't like most of that movie, but there are some really good lines in it. It's a very quotable movie, even if it's not a great movie. I used to have a boss who thought it was like the greatest movie ever, though. He used to quote that shit all the time. I I had heard most of the quotable lines from that movie before I even knew that movie existed because of my boss. Owie. Such a fun rhythmical stream of shoot, exploded head, shoot, exploded head, shoot, exploded head. I really can't get over how much fun sniper rifles are in this game. They're probably not the absolute best weapons in the game. I mean, obviously, like the KVD Boom Boom and, the Jaws has always been really good and stuff like that. But goodness gracious, do I love me some sniper rifles. I wonder where that ambulance is going. I hate hearing emergency vehicles go by my house, especially right now. This is around-ish the time that my little brother would be coming home. Now there's emergency vehicles banging down the street. So, of course, my crazy brain is like, oh, brother got in an accident. So now I gotta sit here and just be worried until he comes home. Is the Abyss Glance doing really good? That's good. I'm glad. I feel like that gun probably needed a little TLC. That'll make Fluffy Sifu happy. I'm sure he'll be glad to see that the next time he plays. Orangey. Right. How long do we have until... Ooh, Chiron's only in 1 minute. Nice. Very nice. Let's see. How are we on repairing things? Still missing some standard bricks and some other stuff. Need some better parts and some glass, some better parts. So I need to hit a higher end something or other. I think I'll probably just go ahead and create a new large storage. Depot some stuff in. Good enough. Let's move these here. Time to myrtleize them. Let's myrtleize them. Who knows what movie that's from? Yeah, I see an ally over here. Think I see any enemies. There's another ally. Proven J Twitch. Still not seeing any people to shoot at. I think I found a person to shoot at. Nope. Okay, well this is just way less fun if there's no mayflies to kill. Like, what is even the point if I don't get to murder the other players? I'd just be doing this on Manibus. Yeah, both of those would have hit. Or should have hit. It was very upsetting to me that nobody from the other faction came. That person's name is Peter Cottontail. Hippity freaking hoppity. I mean, it's been bouncing back and forth nuclear. So when I first got on this server, the first couple of missions that I went to or events that I went to, it was like me versus six mayflies. And then a few days later, it was just all Rosettas and no mayflies. And then a few days later, it was all mayflies and no Rosettas again. Because I joined the side that had fewer people. When I joined, it forced me to play Rosetta because we didn't have enough Rosettas. And now we're winning. The problem is that it's almost impossible to maintain the balance throughout the entire thing because You know, it might have been true that there were more mayflies than there were rosettas when I joined. But if more mayflies quit in the first, week or whatever, then there might be more rosettas now, and there's no way to shift that balance anymore. Which makes life a little bit sad. But like I said, I mean, it's been bouncing back and forth. It's been all crazy. Which is too bad because I really like Prism versus Clash. And I honestly think that that's why Prism versus Clash would do so good as a permanent server if they were to keep having Prism spawn. Because we keep getting these influxes of new players to the permanent server. And so if you would allow those people to switch sides, or even put each server on its own side, and so every new world that was added would be like its own faction or something. I don't even know. But I feel like it would be much, much better some other way. Because P Clash is a lot of fun. Going in and doing those events and fighting each other is really fun. The base rating stuff, I think, can be really fun. Chasing people down on vehicles has been pretty entertaining for me. I've done it a couple of times. And if they would facilitate some more chasing people on vehicles, I would really be having a great time. But we'll see. We'll see. Um, well, that kind of makes me want to go back to the Manibus server. I'm going to put y'all on a black screen for a second and reset my GeForce Now session. Then we'll get back on. We'll do a little more stuff on the Manibus server. Maybe actually we'll go through mods. Maybe I can see about going through and doing all that. Yeah, I'm gonna be so sad at the end of this year when I can't do that anymore. It has been such a blessing to be able to stream this way. I mean, I would have never been able to start streaming if it wasn't for NVIDIA GeForce Now, because my rig just would not stand up to being able to stream and play my games. It would have been a travesty. We've got 8 more months before we have to find some other way to do our streams. Gotta buy a new computer. I think by then this channel will probably be doing well enough that I can at least try and get something financed or something like that. Should be. But I still stand by the fact that remote gaming, especially for live service games, is the way of the future. Yeah, make it happen, Damien. Yeah. That'll be great. Oh, 142. There we go. You still here, Billy? What's your character's in-game name? I'll shoot you a friend request. It's not Tater Tot, then we don't want. That's true. That's true. If your name ain't Tater Tot, you can probably just get the hell out. I think I actually just got the accessory that I want for my Predator. Accident. Yeah. Ability and accuracy. That's the one I want right there. Why am I wearing a bandana? Oh, because I switched weapon sets. That's why. Oh. Oh, yeah, that feels way better. There's a Prime War going on. Go do the Prime War. Pretty sure this one's over this way. It's Prime War time. Freaking Prime Wars. Heal myself for 100 points. I don't think anybody brought enough biomass missiles. Yeah, so I don't think that the burn causes tons of problems anymore, Damien. but I do know that that used to be a problem. People do still tend to not use the Molotovs and stuff, but it's easy enough to just throw it out and hurt yourself with it. It's the massive number of burns that used to be the problem, because each burn was like its own instance of burning. And so it just didn't do well. Because people would just throw tons and tons and tons of Molotovs. Need some steel. Let's go get some steel. I'll load up on Molotovs. Got my Pyro Diner and my Boom Boom all ready to go. Okay. You're not probably going to get a chance to throw a lot of Molotovs. I would say that probably just rocking your regular damage probably good enough. Maybe against the apocalyptic boss, but everything else just dies so fast. Air Raider. Pretty nice, quaint little house here. What's up, duder? Got like a whole ass kitchen in here. See, this would upset me. Having my bed up here and having to come all the way up here to use my bed instead of being able to just get in my bed anytime. And then, like, my kitchen is over there, but then my other stuff is all over here. Ugh. I would be losing my flippin' mind. Some of my deviations are in here. Like, what is this? Like, it looks really nice and it's really well organized, and I like it, but I could never live like this. Gouge my eye out with a spoon. Molotovs aren't for throwing at the bosses, just for damaging myself. Oh, okay. Ooh. Oh, that's a really shitty one, though. That's too bad. Hey, pretty sure I just heard my brother come in. Guess it wasn't him that was in the car accident. Or whatever the emergency vehicles were driving by for. Be very happy. Just use Primal Rage to damage yourself. But then you can only use the Primal Rage. It's a weapon. There it is. 35% chance of gaining a stack of fast gunner on hit. When the magazine has one bullet left, 1% of max HP and spare ammo can be consumed. To continue firing, HP can't drop below 1. It restores HP equal to 0.1% times fast gunner stacks. Every 1% HP change grants 1% weapon damage boost lasting 5 seconds. Each stack duration is independent up to 80%. He's a good gun. It's definitely a build I'd like to have one day. I think it'll be pretty cool. Okay, there is not very much iron out here. Holy cow. We got another one. Gotta go. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go right now. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Yeah, it seems like it probably has the highest single target damage. I always kind of figured that it would be a fast gunner weapon that topped the damage charts, though. Because fast gunner is just so single target oriented. I mean, the Predator does some pretty obnoxious DPS also. And I don't have anywhere near a full Predator build. And it feels like it was super easy just to bang out about a 30k DPS on the Predator. I've actually had to put effort into getting that on some of my sniper rifles. Doobly doobly doop. That's Professor Huck. Not gonna have any events for like an hour either. 4K game. 4K. What are we gurring about here? Think you might be losing your mind, bud. All right, well, let's take a look at some mods. Let's put some work, some stuff here. First things first, let's go ahead and disassemble some of these booty cheeks mods that I've got. I definitely think you're out of your mind, Nuclear. From the very little bit I know about you, there's a decent chance you're bug nuts crazy. All right, take a look at some mods. Now, I don't really have a lot of weapon mods. I probably can't do good mod conversion on here. Is violent again? Ooh, it's crit damage. I might be able to do a good mod conversion on here. When triggering fast gunner, weapon damage plus 1.5%, 10 seconds, up to 20 stacks. I think this is the one I want. Ten, 10, 10, 11. We just need two more 10s over here. We just drop a 10 and a 10. Change it. What do we get? Crit damage, damage against normal enemies, damage against great ones. Well, that's not really great. But I think it's better than the one that I'm currently using. No, it's not. Okay, it actually might be. Let's just throw some mods on this. See what we get. See, getting all that damage reduction definitely hurt. Okay, so that's not really that great. Whatever. Currently, I think we're wearing this one. But that's definitely not a great one. I think cannot deal weak spot damage, crit damage plus 30%. This is probably what I want. I don't mind not being able to do crit. And then I'll definitely want violent. Let's do 4 nines. Oh, no, it's 3 nines. That's right. 3 nines. 2 11s on a 12. I think that's it. That can definitely be one of the 11s. Definitely be 11. Definitely be the 12. Oh, I don't have enough currency. I need to be on my other character for this. Whoops. My other character's got like 1.4 mil energy links. This character also has all of my parts as well. All right. So just throw some 10s in there. That one can go. That one can go. That one can go. So the reason I'm so quickly choosing to get rid of these mods that I'm choosing is because they only have a single damage bonus on them. And I want double damage bonus for any of them that I'm using. So there's no point, as far as I'm concerned, in keeping any of them that only give one base damage bonus. Now that's in addition to like damage against great old ones or damage against elites or anything like that. So I, for example, on my elementals, I want elemental and status. On my weak spots, I want weak and weapon. On my crits, I want crit damage and weapon damage. Those are the important mods because damage in this game for PvE and PvP is incredibly important. Time to kill is super important to focus on. So if you don't have the multiple damage mods, virtually no point in keeping that one. Like this one, even though it's an 11, it's elemental damage, which its damage mod is green, and then elite and normal or normal enemy damage, and then mag capacity. And while all three of those could, in a very niche situation, work, right? Elite and normal enemies are enemies that you fight, all over the place. And magazine capacity, right, could help you a lot with an SMG or a machine gun or something. Those bonuses just aren't going to be as valuable in as many situations as just having another damage bonus. So here I got crit damage is purple, weapon damage is gray, which sucks, and then max damage. Now I would like to see this one also pick up great old ones, because again, that's where you're going to run into the most problem killing things is great old ones. You're never going to run into problem killing normal enemies. Like with any weapon, you're just going to murder them. So who cares? I could see bonus to elites. I think the the lunar spawns actually count as elite enemies. So if this was elites instead, it might be more valuable. Or if it was great old ones, it would definitely be more valuable. We might level this up anyway. We could get lucky, right? We could hit 3 or 4 on the weapon damage plus the critical damage. And that'll be a huge bonus. But I doubt that it'll have as much value as I want. But we'll go ahead and keep that one for now. Now let's go into our life forces here. Let's actually do a life force island. I think life force is the one I want. Most of these I don't really like because I'm not really worried about defenses. Um, Actually, let's use this when using healing shot damage reduction because I get killed a lot while I'm trying to heal. And then we'll just go through here. The big ones that I want to use up. So I always choose the mask mods that are Fortress Warfare, Frost Vortex, and Bullseye. It kind of changed with Nightmare Silos. You mean you think you need more defenses in Nightmare Silos? Or you mean you need damage against normals and elites? Now you want as much normal enemy and elite enemy damage as possible. Great one damage doesn't matter much because you just melt the big boss with Primal Rag. Oh, okay. That's interesting. That's very interesting. I suppose that actually does make sense. I haven't really done a lot of nightmare stuff, so I didn't really think about that, but you're not wrong. Those level 70 normal enemies do have quite a few hit points. So this one is Frost with crit and weapon damage, so I probably won't about that. There's not really much point in my Frost having crit and weapon damage. But here we go. And we need one more 10 so we can get a 10 out of these. 11. Change that. What do I get? Crit damage, damage against great ones, mag capacity. That's definitely not one we want to keep. Getting rid of that one. Get ourselves a new one here. Don't need crit on the Frost. Don't need crit on the Frost. Especially because it's not like crit and elemental, which I don't even think you can get, so. Okay. And sure that one works. Good damage. Normal enemies, great ones, reload speed. Gross, not keeping that one either. Man, I feel like I'm getting hosed right now. Crit HP. Nothing. Hey. 10. Dang. Why can't I get a double damage on here? Hey, there we go. Crit weapon elite. Unfortunately, the weapon and crit are green. We have a chance there, so let's go into our armor mods, into our chest mods. This is the one right here. Gonna lock that bad boy. Let's go ahead and level this up, because if we get lucky here, right, we hit that crit a couple of times, we hit that weapon once, and then at least one of these three turns legendary, we're good. If all we get is HP, then we're going to be in a pretty bad spot. Yeah, that sucks. Oh, it could be worse, but I would love to have seen this one as a blue and this one as a purple, because that crit damage goes up so fast, right? It starts at 3, it goes up by 3 every time. So we could have gotten like 15% damage here, and that would be pretty huge. Our base overall for all enemy types is going to go up 13.8% here. Well, I guess only if we crit. And then, for our elites, we're going up over 20, which is cool, but I would have preferred to see most of this go into these base damages. But that's fine. That'll be useful, so we'll move on. It's far from perfect, but it's great. So now let's make some pants mods. What do we want for a pants mod here? Melee. Each crit by non-melee weapons grants plus 5% crit damage. Up to 45% the effect is removed upon the next reload. We fire a lot of bullets out. Deadshot might be the way to go. 45% crit damage? Yeah, that's actually definitely the way to go. Rock some violent here. Still got a lot of 10s in here. This one's crit weapon. Great old one. I'm surprised that's not locked. That one goes in. That one goes in. One goes in. That one goes in. One more 10 and an 11. That one goes in. That one goes in. What we got? Crit, elite, mag capacity, HP. Not going to be keeping that one. Crit and weapon damage. Elites and great old ones. That's actually great having the crit and weapon damage as blue and purple. Yeah, obviously that one's already locked. Got it. Why is this one locked? Okay. From the random pool. Weapon damage, crit damage, elites, and normals. Okay, so this is pretty much right up the alley we're looking for. Right, that's all 4 of the damage types. So let's go level that one up. See what we got. Again, I want most of this to go into the base damages, but it doesn't look like that's going to be happens. But I mean, 10% to normal, 7.5 to elites, 4 base weapon, and 6% crit. That's a pretty solid mod. Definitely can't argue with that one. We're definitely going to be keeping that. Did I lock that? Make sure we get that one locked. Oop, that's not the right one. There it is. Yeah, legendary on elites and normals with purple weapon damage. It's solid. Go into boots here. Weapon into status damage plus 10%. After receiving damage, gain up to another 15%. So this could be just straight up 25%. Gotta get hit 3 times. A lot of times in this game, you're really trying to avoid getting hit. Weapon and status damage plus 10%. Stamina loss grants an additional damage boost up to 20%. I roll a lot. Makes me lose a lot of stamina, and that's a good 30% damage. HP is above 90%. I probably won't ever have that. Killing enemies within 10 meters grants melee weapon status damage plus 20% for 8 seconds. That's not bad. Every 10% HP loss gains 4% melee weapon and status damage. You can get up to about 35% there. You're getting 2 kills, refill 100% of your magazine from your reserves. Taking no damage within 4 seconds. I kind of feel like I want to use this. Like a lot. Gains 20% melee weapon and status damage. Taking no damage within 4 seconds. Okay, well, I don't really like that. I think this stamina one, probably the one I like the most here. Just because I really do like to roll and stuff. Let's rock another violent here. See what we can do about it. Okay, that one goes. Right. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Damage, normal elites, max HP. Hmm. 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 I feel like I could just take this one. Right? Hope for a bunch of crit damage. You know, with damage elites and damage normal, just based on what Nuclear's been saying, and I think he's right. This HP wouldn't be necessarily a terrible thing to have. Again, I would rather have another weapon damage. But if this is where your damage concerns are, then that kind of opens up me not having to worry quite so much about getting that second damage, right? And being able to just accept. We'll lock this one, but I'm not going to level it up. Lock that one. Okay. Come down here then to some level 9s. I pretty much don't care about the level 9s at all. Because Nightmare Silos just straight up give you level 9s, I just cannot be asked to worry about. There will probably come a time when I just straight up start dumping my level 9. Element, status, capacity, elite enemies. Ooh, that's a really good one. And it's a level 12. Yeah, we're keeping that. No! I'll probably get some 12s in here I don't want. I don't think I want that 12. Oh, brought some 11s here. Crit, capacity, head redem, introduction, great old. Oh, that one's bad. Gross. I think. Oh, nice. Congratulations. It's nice to get gifted stuff. Apparently, he did it because I had it in the bank, so I don't know. Ooh, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and level this one up. It's elites and great ones, but I like it. It'll be fun. Go ahead and tier this up. I mean, it ain't doing no good in the bank, right? Might as well just give it away to somebody. Seems like a reasonable reason to just give somebody some free stuff. But we're gonna go ahead and lock that one and use that. Let's make a hands mod. We're not gonna make a mask mod because I don't have. Good gut mask mods. Was it one of your guildies or just some rando? Oh, cool. Ooh, crit, weapon, and elite. Nice. Yeah, we're definitely keeping that one too. First one we made. Got all the stuff we want. Don't hit weapon damage reduction. You shit. You piece of shit. I hate this game. Whatever, that's good enough. Whatever. Piece of poo-poo. Alright, let's go ahead and update. We made new mods for all of these. Did I never level up? Darn, so this is the one we're going to be using now, but I never leveled it up. This character, ooh, this character does have enough. Oh, no, they don't. Oh, they need more energy links. Okay, that's fine. So I'll be able to tier this one up on my own. We'll just remember to do that. Chest mod. Thing. This one. Leg mod. We're using that one. Gloves mod. Using that one and this one. Going right there. All right. Let's just pump a magazine in here. Mostly uncalibrated 20k no buffs. This is only a calibration +3. $20k DPS. No buffs. Mostly no calibrations. So once I get that calibrated, the DPS should go up a good 15 to 20%. Once I have a good calibration blueprint and the calibration on it. So you're looking at another 5k, so we're looking at somewhere between 26 and 30k. Plus I've got some mods that I haven't added, plus I didn't use my okay, got it marked. And now but you don't really see an increase in DPS when you mark it. I don't really know why that didn't work. But it took too long from the first shot. But, I mean, no food buffs, no none of that. Feel pretty good about that. It'll definitely be enough to get me through some stuff. Okay. Well, I think we've had a very productive day, despite the fact that we haven't really accomplished anything. Yeah, I want to thank everybody who came out today and watched the channel. Especially thanks to Tater Tot, our new viewer, for the incredible generosity today. I actually just realized what 5,000 bits is a little while ago. And so I am significantly more flabbergasted now than I was when he made the donation. So thank you very much for your incredible generosity and all the gifted subs today. And thanks everybody for being in the chat, being active, just keeping the vibe positive and having a good time in here. Really, really appreciate that. So easily one of the best streams we've had in, I mean, the past couple of months, even as far as viewership and stuff. So things are definitely on the up and up because Wednesday is typically a pretty shit stream day. Just kind of across the board, numbers are down everywhere on Tuesdays and Wednesdays usually. So awesome to see that one of our better streams in the past few months was on a Wednesday like that. It definitely means that things are moving in a positive trend. So again, I hope everybody has a great day. I want to thank you all very much again for coming out. And I will see you all tomorrow at the same time for the next one.